Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brilliant Shadows. We just got back from visiting the village and meeting Malta and Hecktor. Something's up with Hecktor, but we're not sure. Ash stripped out of the muddy riding boots and threw a sopping gown to the floor beside them. The rain had come and struck so hard that the small expeditionary force had been forced to interrupt their hunt. Save for Hecktor, he had stared out into the expanse, faded gray by the rain, and simply told the four that he would keep looking. That couldn't be normal. Was he really looking for the other phoenix, or was he working on something else? He had the mark of a spider, after all. Mark interpretation was said to be as accurate as fortune-telling, but she could not shake the image of the man standing amidst the enormous web, spinning it with care and patience. Ensnaring prudence. Shivers crawled up Ash's spine. Ash needed to talk to her. But first, a shower. The bathing facilities at the mountain had shocked Ash when she had first arrived. Awe-inspiring contraptions forged of metal and fire, not magic. The devices pumped hot and cold water throughout the depths and heights of the mountain. In ways they seemed more magical to her than even healing or reanimation. Warm water poured over her with the turn of a knob. Scented soaps combined with the coarse sponge that Ash found herself clean and free of the muck a few minutes later. Toweling off her long black hair, a knock came from the door.
Who is it?
The door opened and Prudence came in. Her red hair, still wet, fell in crimson tendrils around her shoulders. For once, she wasn't in her armor, wearing instead a simple frock with unadorned pants underneath.
Hecktor is still out, but I can tell somehow he's fine, and that he will likely be a while. I figured I should come spend some time with you. It's been a while since we did that, and as long as Heck is out, it'll just be the two of us. Oh, I took the liberty of raiding his room. He has quite the collection of alcohols.
You just stole his drinks.
I am entirely unsure how he came about a chocolate mint liquor, but I feel that donating it to Our Lady's Night would be a noble sacrifice.
She smiled at Prude. She couldn't help it. Even with everything that had happened, just being around her made Ash happy. And yet, that same feeling of joy drove a wedge of ice directly into her heart. She had never really understood the phrase, so close and yet so far, until now. Stop, don't. Go back to the game. Food, leave me alone. Oh, food. It's gotta be food, but it just hurts that there's an option of leave me alone. Jeez. Yeah, you wanna do food? Let's get some food.
No food?
Like I forget something as important as that. I brought some hard cheese and bread.
Prudence produced these from a satchel at her back.
A night with just us would be great.
I thought so. Prude always knows what's best for Ash.
Oh. She winked. She's found a seat on Ash's bed and produced the bottle as well as a pair of wooden cups.
Look, I'm sorry you're in this situation. I don't want to make light of it. I wish there was more I could do.
Are we gonna drink and say something we like? I don't know if you'd say shouldn't, but like something that maybe we would think twice about, like
It's
opening
not
up
enough
about.
that your partner seems to have dedicated
Right
his
now.
life to finding my pair.
I don't think that this is as much about you as you think. I think he doesn't like not understanding the situation. Or at least that's the feeling that I get.
Prude gestured at the spider on her hand. Ash slipped into a black nightgown and joined her on the bed, taking a cup as it was offered.
To our friendship, surviving what I had imagined to be the only thing that could ever tear us apart.
To our
Ash paused, trying to swallow the lump in her throat.
friendship.
Ash drained the cup and lowered her gaze to find Prude wincing over her own empty cup.
Whoa! Stronger than I expected.
Prude filled the cups again.
Are you trying to get me drunk?
Well, you're far more accommodating when you're drunk, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Ash stifled a sigh.
You mean I'm easier to cheer up?
What else would I mean?
She said with a wink. Goddess, she really has no clue what she's doing, does she? I don't know, I'm so confused.
Your turn for a toast.
I mean, I get the subtext. I'm
To
just
my
like,
best friend, sticking by me in my darkest hour.
The two drank, and Prude was quick to top them off again.
You are me for the next one.
For the next toast,
I'll go again.
Ash let a moment of silence hang in the air, gathering her will, her heart beating as much in her ears as her chest. Oh, are you going to say?
To you, whom I love more than I can ever say.
That's so sweet.
You're sweet. Bottoms up.
That's so sweet. The two drank, and for a moment, Ash leaned closer in towards Prude. The moment passed.
Okay. No more shots. We should probably slow it down.
Still, Prude filled their cups and smiled.
So, what do you think of Hecktor?
I don't want to say.
Fair. She really didn't.
Come on, tell me.
I don't like him. There's something wrong with him, Prude.
Prude sipped at her drink.
I don't know, I kind of like that about him.
What?
He's different. But not in the kind of way where he's socially crippled. He's not like anyone I've ever met before.
That's because you haven't met anyone who's truly psychotic before, Prude.
Oh boy.
Look, I didn't want to say this before, but I think he's responsible for my mark.
What do you mean?
I mean, his research. I think he figured out a way to force a pairing.
No. No.
I think he forced you to pair with him.
Ash, I know the situation is upsetting, but you can't blame him for this.
Prude, you remember what we swore? We would be together forever. There is nothing I want more than that.
I'm sad. I'm getting sad.
I want to be with you. I want us to be together still.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Ash.
Prude, I love you.
Ash, I love you too.
No, Prude,
For a moment, the silence hung in the air like a drop of dew frozen delicately at the end of a blade of grass. Then the distance between them was gone in a moment, and Ash felt Prude's lips pressed against her own. Her lips tasted like mint and chocolate. Slowly, she pulled away. Prude's eyes were as wide as saucers.
Ash, I'm so sorry.
Please don't tell me that.
No, look, I love you too.
Don't say bud. Don't say bud.
There is no one I love more. But I love you as a sister. As my best friend.
Ash couldn't find the words.
I don't suppose your concerns over Hecktor are related to jealousy at all.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. I don't.
No. No, there's something wrong with him. I see it in his eyes.
Prude let out a long sigh. Ash couldn't meet her gaze. Yeah, no, I can... Look, as much as I can understand the situation, I would want to not be in this conversation anymore. I'd be like, I need to be alone now. That's fine. I just need to sit and think. A moment later, Ash felt Prude warm against her, hugging her tight.
It's going to be okay, Ash. I won't trust Hecktor until we can be sure he's worthy of it.
A silence fell, not the sharp, uncomfortable kind, but the warm softness of two people who just need a friend and comfort.
Though, now this explains a great deal about your love life. So, you like girls?
I don't know. I've been in love with you so long, I can't imagine loving anyone else.
You're making me so sad. I'm so
Well, I'm sorry.
Don't be. You can't change how you feel.
You are handling this so well.
No, I mean, for not noticing it earlier. I'm really bad at this.
I'm not much better, or I would have told you earlier. I was just imagining the two of us being paired, and then I would confess. That was going to be the start of our life together.
Another silence fell.
I am now concerned that my hugging you might be sending mixed signals when you might need some space.
It's not like I have anyone else to go to for comfort. I appreciate it. Plus, part of me must have known it wouldn't work out.
Want me to go?
No,
The words came with a deep pain in her chest.
but maybe you should.
I'll leave the drink and the food. Eat if you get hungry, okay? And Ash,
Yes?
I'll always be here for you. Paired or not.
Prude squeezed her again, and for a moment the smell of Prude and her wet hair nearly drove Ash to try to kiss her once more, just to try. She was gone a moment later, leaving a lingering warmth on her skin. Ash drained her cup and pulled her blanket around her. She sat in the silence, breathing slow and steady as she held back tears. That's so sad. I mean, she handled it remarkably well. Like, holy shit, she spoke about how she felt afterward instead of just, crumpling. Because, I don't know how I would handle that situation if you fell in love with someone your whole life and were so close with them. Anyway, let's continue. Ash started awake, cup still in hand, the cheese half eaten, but the bread untouched. The bottle was empty. Ooh, the bottle was empty. That's a lot.
Who, is it?
The door did not provide a response, instead swinging open to reveal death itself standing within its frame. What? The cloaked figure strode towards her, extending an arm, sheaths of water pouring from
I have found something.
What?
I found something.
Hecktor?
Yes?
Why are you here?
I was out visiting the other nearby villages. I was asking about unfamiliar people spotted in the area. I think that
Why are you here now?
I thought you might want to know.
What is this camera? Ash could feel tears in her eyes.
Should I leave?
Why didn't you leave before? Why couldn't you have left 2 years ago? If you hadn't been here, she would have been with me. Even if she didn't feel the same way, she wouldn't be leaving me.
Hecktor just stood in silence, the shadow of his hood hiding his expression. Ash simply cried.
I'm sorry.
The words came so much later, Ash had almost forgotten he was there.
I never intended to take her away from you.
Silence was thick in the air, choking away any further words from either party. Somehow, the way he said it only made her more sure he had done something during the ritual. Ash wanted to curl up into herself.
I wish there was more I could offer you. The greatest comfort I might provide you is the stupor of a drunken haze, but I can tell by the empty bottle of my liqueur that I have already provided a degree of assistance on that front.
Prude drinks some too.
Why was she defending herself?
I might assume from your state and
Hector's eyes fell on the spider just below his knuckles.
her own, that you finally confessed.
Oh, Hecktor, no, don't talk. Hecktor, no.
You knew?
I lack empathy, not insight.
Get out!
No,
Oh, hey, man.
You can't just say no!
I can. I just did.
Get out of my room, now.
How will that help? Please, explain it to me.
You took her.
Hecktor stood in silence.
Let's assume I did. Let's assume, then, that I, in fact, did it purposefully.
Did you?
What if I say yes? What will you do? We are paired. It cannot be broken now.
Did you do it?
Then what is this?
Ash nearly backhanded the man with the phoenix mark.
I don't know.
This is what mark she's supposed to have, isn't it? Before you did something to the ritual.
No.
No?
No. It is not.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know who you are paired to.
Ash stepped back.
What?
I spent the entire night hunting for your partner. I am quite sure I have deciphered their identity. Are you familiar with the cult of the...
Stop.
What?
I don't want to hear this right now.
Would you prefer sleep, more food, perhaps more drink?
Ash met the gaze of Hecktor and realized just how entirely unreadable a face he had.
Why?
Please specify.
Why everything?
I choose not to attempt humor, so I will try my best to answer your question as I see it. I am still here because I do not have a home to go to. I was a fortunate orphan in being found to have magic. Here I have stature to a degree. To become a hedge mage after this, I would rather suffer any shame than that. Next, why did you not pair with Prudence, and am I responsible for it? Likely you're simply not as compatible as you thought. I would like to point out that you were in love with her, and she does not share the same sexual preferences.
Oh, you're just throwing it all on the line, Hecktor. You're just putting it all straight out.
As far as your Phoenix mark, I am almost entirely sure that is my doing.
How?
Hecktor shuffled, and as Ash realized he was still dripping wet, how long and he had been out during that downpour.
I couldn't deal with another year of shame. I developed a method of pouring more power than normal into the ritual. Operating on the theory that one's power is significant in determining one's worthiness towards pairing, I infused the ritual with likely several times over its normal amount of energy. I truly have no idea of the exact specifics of the side effects, but one that I was concerned with was that anyone who may be manipulating the light in any way may have been unintentionally drawn into the ritual. Which is why I am concerned that you may have been accidentally paired to a member of the cult of Grey Mages.
No.
The cloaked figure was spotted by others. They travel by foot, like me. I was mistaken for the individual until I removed my hood and showed the healthy glow of my eyes. The individual had a lifeless grey.
Why would I pair to a monster like that? How could I?
I have no answer to the first, but to the second. When they perform the ritual that turns them grey, the mark dissolves. It's the only way I know of to open an individual to a pairing once more. You see, higher...
No. Please, stop.
The more important question is why one of their number would be here.
Goddess protect me, Hecktor! Shut up!
Hecktor did.
Did you really think it was appropriate to dump all this on me now? Can't you see the state I'm in?
I don't know. I thought understanding might bring you some comfort. I always find that things are easier to process when you understand them. Why do you think I spent so much time trying to understand the ritual?
Hecktor stood once more in silence.
As this is not helping, is there anything else I can do to improve your mood?
Man, Hecktor reminds me of someone I know. And, like, it makes me think he's not, like, bad or that he didn't do anything intentionally. And, like, this is just, like, how he be. And he's really trying his best. I want to believe that. Please let that be what it is. Because, I mean, if everything so far is true, then, I mean, he didn't really do anything wrong. These are my options. What do I want? That'll help get rid of the hangover, maybe. Man, I fucking want chocolate. I really do. That's what I would want. I just want fucking sugar. Do I, though? Because I don't want liquor. Certainly don't want liquor. I know it's a lot, but liquors... Or do I want liquor? Because I just found out I'm with the Grey Mages, which are apparently, like, evil or something. Think, me. You just found out... the love of your life doesn't love you, your best childhood friend, and also that you may be paired with a monster. Maybe I do want to get drunk. I just don't. It's hard to get in that state of mind when you're not in it. It's between booze and chocolate. I don't want pasta and cheese. Booze, chocolate, booze, chocolate, booze, chocolate. Man, give me some chocolate. But first choice, best choice, right? I want chocolate.
Chocolate.
Please give me chocolate. Find me chocolate, Warlock man.
Just chocolate?
Man, I want chocolate. Fuck off. It occurred to Ash she should clarify lest the fool bring her cocoa beans.
Like the candy? Sugar, milk, cocoa beans?
I was just going to get you a bar from my stash. Do I need to make you chocolate?
Give me chocolate. His stash? How many stashes did he have? Was he like a squirrel?
No, that would be fine.
He gave a bow which felt oddly reverent and departed. Ash fell back onto her bed. The only sound he made while leaving was dripping water. What if what Hecktor had said was true? Could she really have paired to a Grey Mage? The thought sent shivers down her spine. She lay in bed for what seemed an eternity. That's where we're going to stop for now. Oh, God, everything happened. Everything happened. Everything happened. I can't even process everything that happened. We're sad. The love of our life, who is also our best friend, we confess to them. They did not share our feelings. Or I think based on what Hecktor said, they might not even be, their sexuality may not even be compatible with hers. She may be straight. At first I was thinking maybe she was bi, but I did not know. So yeah, she might just be straight and we might just be, gay. And like, no, that's so sad. Okay. The point being, though, that happened. We handled that part really well, but then when Hecktor came back, that was not handled as well. I mean, then again, he came in our room, and when we told him to go, he said no, which is not okay. And then he told us that we're paired to a gray mage, which is, like, apparently horrible. So now we're getting chocolate. And that, I summed up the whole episode. I'm just trying to understand where we're at. Either way, I'm on this ride. I'm loving it. I mean, I'm sad. I'm feeling things, but like, woof. Anyway, give the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're this far in, you're probably subscribed unless you just saw a really banging thumbnail that I made that I was just like, gosh, that thumbnail. I didn't even know who you were, but that thumbnail was great. Who knows? The point being, though, make sure to stay tuned for more. And have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Maybe get some chocolate. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.